So today I have the Eight of Wands, and I have the decks I have are the Fountain, Starman, Black Cat, Barbieri, and Golden Art Nevau. And the Eight of Wands, I mean, there's not like this huge difference in any of these decks. The one that I feel is super different is the Black Cat, and I feel like it's more like a, what do you call it, where you take the baton? What kind of race is that? Relay. You know, where it's your turn to take the baton and move on. But other than that, well, the Eight of Wands and the Barbieri is different. It's like an octopus. So when the Eight of Wands comes up in a reading, it's about speed. It's about something coming in fast. I would say normally it's about something coming in, but it can be about something going out. So like moving or traveling or anything, but whatever. If it's traveling, it would be usually by air, because if you look at the wands, they're going through the air. A lot of it, though, if it's not about a move, it could be about a message coming in, and because it's wands, it could be definitely about work. So think about that. You know, when I'm looking at all of these, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have this like huge, the Eight of Wands and the Fountain, I will be like, I feel like it's going into a tunnel, and I think it's almost like a warning, like if you are moving really fast, and when you move really fast, you don't always have foresight, and you're not planning on like which way to go, and you're just moving towards that destination. And I almost feel like that's what it's showing, because it like takes those wands and goes into a destination. But that's not a bad thing. I think it's just like, when I look at this card, I'm focused right into that middle area, and it's making you like, right? That's the card's almost making you do that because of the way it's set up. But I think that's okay. If you have a focus, you know, you can move towards that. If this card were to come up as an action, that's what I would tell the client. Like, I see this card totally as have a focus and keep that focus, but move towards it. Don't dilly-dally, don't, you know, procrastinate, don't do any of those things. Just keep moving towards that destination. That's what I feel like that it says in the Fountain. Now in the Starman, everything's shooting up, and I kind of like it. It's like those wands are shooting up. I mean, they all look like they're shooting up. I love the colors in this card. They've got a lot of my favorite colors, so that's going to make a difference on how you see it. But I do feel like it is movement. This feels like positive progression. Like it also shows that there's a goal. I mean, this appears like everything's shooting into that goal. So there is a goal in mind as well, and all of the energy is going towards that goal. I do actually like this card in this deck, in the Starman deck. I do. Now the Eight of Wands and the Black Cat, to me, gives me a completely different meaning. I'm looking at the guy taking over, basically. It almost feels to me like if it were to come especially off the Four of Swords or something like that, like someone else is going to take control, someone needs to take the momentum, or reminder that you need to take control, you need to take a hold of the momentum, you need to move forward, you need to win the race, kind of thing. The energy is definitely there because he's definitely running. It's almost like here's your wand, go, because this guy's not running. So, you know, it kind of feels like that, like okay, here's your focus, now go take it. It's a little different energy. If definitely action. I mean, the Eight of Wands, you know, in any kind of action reading, speaks a lot to just keep going forward, keep doing it, keep moving. If it comes in like on a present position or a past position, the Eight of Wands is really about, like I said, if it's present, like there's something coming in right now. There's something coming in. Now, these are the type of energies that, to me, if a person doesn't grab them, they're going to miss them because they're going that fast. And you don't want to put anybody into panic mode, but it could be like you're not expecting this. Like something comes in unexpected. It's a, you know, offer for a promotion or a message that, you know, you might be having to travel, or, but it's going to come in quick and unexpectedly. It's not like the Tower, an unexpected change. It's just a message coming in. It just reminds me to like really, you know, not, you know, watch for those quick energy things. If it's in the future, a lot of times when I see it in the future, I see it as travel and moving. Someone's either moving, they're moving homes, they're moving across state, or they're going to be traveling soon or taking a trip. The Eight of Wands in the Barbie is a little different too. I mean, this one is Octopussy, and I will tell you, I do read this one a lot because straight up the meanings are different. And when I read them, it's like, oh, that's what it is. So always look for the beauty that calls on your spirit and makes your soul sing and your blood race. Then go after it with all the courage you have, because very likely that prize is surrounded by your biggest fear. Oh, that's kind of cool. So that would be another take on it, is when, you know, and it's true, right? The best things in life are not easy to get to. And sometimes we have to break through some momentum or break through some fears to get to what we really want. And I like that too. It's an odd picture to me. I struggle with this card when it comes up. I'm not going to lie. It's just odd, but it's more like a spider. I'm sorry, it's not like an octopus. It's more like a spider. And that's interesting too, right? Because a lot of people are afraid of spiders. So, you know, it's breaking through those fears. That's an interesting take. I want to tell you, I struggle with this one when it comes up. I do read intuitively, so when I look in that, the Barbie art can be really good for me and not so good for me because of the way I read. Because sometimes it's so dramatic that it makes a really great story when you're using it to tell a story, but it's a little harder to read. You know, and I just can't. I try sometimes just to use the meanings, but I have to go by the way they look. And this is just your typical, it looks more like your golden Art Nevau is definitely a Rider White type deal. It's just that you see the wands coming through the sky. Again, message, travel, movement. I mean, that's the biggest key with the Eight of Wands, is to think of it that way. You've got travel, you've got movement, you've got go. So there you have it. Ace of Wands. Eight of Wands. Oh, so you got me getting up to turn off the camera and a reprise.